Hi, welcome back to Frontier Gaming. My name is Matt, and I've got Josh today here in studio with
Hello,
me.
everybody.
He's a member of the Legion Outriders podcast. Actually, we both are, but so he's here to talk Legion stuff with me, and we're looking at Veers, we've known he's coming for a while, but we got a little bit more information on him in the last week or so, and we're going to be talking about him. I know a lot of people are excited for Veers.
I'm very excited for Veers because it's something that's going to give me, as a Legion player, another option for a commander for my army. One of the big things about the game right now is all of the lists are kind of confined with what you can do because there's really not a whole lot of stuff out.
The great thing about changing at the commander slot too is because it is a 1+ for every list, you have to have the 1. So having any option is
better than
none.
And it really fills a different niche in the game than what Vader does right now. Right now, Darth Vader is your only command option. He's a very offensively minded, get into the fight, be very choppy kind of command option. This is a command option that kind of gives you the opportunity to synergize the rest of your list and do some things for the rest of your list that allows your other units to be more successful.
Yeah, you're not going to expect to see Veers running around the table chasing rebels, chopping them up with a lightsaber. I think you probably have to pay a few more points for that. So we talked about his command hand a little bit in the command card overview before launch came out, but we're just going to touch on him real quick. So we've got the maximum firepower, which is your 1 pip, evasive maneuvers, which is 2, and imperial discipline, which is 3. And I swear I love all of these.
I do too.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about these cards is, unlike the Darth Vader cards, where most of them have a risk-reward kind of element to them, Vader has to take a damage to be able to do something, or your troops have to take a damage to be able to do something. Everything with Veers is pure benefit.
It's all upside.
Yeah, it's all upside. So and they're so good. They're so good.
So maximum firepower, at the end of the General Veers' activation, he's only activating himself on the 1 pip. He may perform an attack using the following weapon, which is 4 to table range, 4 red dice, which is awesome, impact 2, and immune to deflect. So cool.
which is great. It's basically an orbital strike.
Yeah.
The only problem, if you could call it a problem with that card, is that it follows the normal line of sight and targeting rules.
Sure.
You can't just pick. It'd be really strong if you could just pick a unit and say attack this one, but it still gets cover. It still gets. It still gets all of that stuff.
Yeah, you definitely need to pick your target and keep that in mind when you use that. But all right, so his 2 pip is the evasive maneuvers, and it's got a picture of a speeder bike right on it, so that's pretty cool. 2 vehicles.
Right. So
that's interesting. Yeah, that's the first time we've only seen vehicle only.
Correct, and it's also there's a speeder bike on there, but it's great for the ATSTs also.
Oh yeah.
Because it allows you to give a dodge token to an ATST, but also you can spend the dodge token to cancel critical hits, which is huge for an ATST because critical hits are the only way to push damage through on them. So if somebody rolled a critical hit. And 1 normal hit on a non-impact weapon, you can go ahead and spend that dodge token to cancel that critical hit, and now you don't even have to make the roll because nothing goes through.
Some nice upgrades on him too with the esteemed leader. It gives him more. It gives the guardian keyword for units of stormtroopers that might be trying to keep him safe. So he's a little squishy at 6 health. Let's see if I can bring up his card. Yes, 5 health. So command 2, so a little bit lower than Vader. Definitely not the courage, nil that Vader gets. But he does have some other nice support things with spotter 2. So friendly units at range 1, each chosen unit gains a aim token,
which is nice.
Good.
Fantasy Flight games are all about action economy.
Oh
right?
yeah, so, that's where you see their specialties.
Right. So this is kind of your first card for the Imperials, or your first commander that allows you to have more action economy. So with my stormtroopers, if I can move, it's always a question: do I stay here and aim and shoot, or do I move and shoot, maybe to a bit more advantageous position, out of range of something else, or something like that? Now you don't necessarily have to make that decision because you can hang Veers back, use an action to give 2 friendly units an aim token, and that gives you a lot of action economy. Where Spotter 2 is really going to be nice is with the snowtroopers.
Snowtroopers,
because the snowtroopers also have the steady ability, which allows them to shoot after they move.
Yeah.
So you can spotter 2, move again, shoot, and have an aim token. So you're getting 4 actions there essentially for the price of 2.
Yeah,
which is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's ostensibly a slow unit, but supported properly, you can get a lot of range and distance and use out of them using Veers. But he also has the Inspire 1, so that gives you a little bit more ability to pull the suppression tokens off, which is nice. Precise 1, okay, cool. Why
Sure,
not?
yeah.
And then Sharpshooter 1, so while performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1.
Which is always good because
nice.
if somebody's got a suppression token on them or they're in light cover or whatever, it allows you to basically blow right through that, which is great.
Yeah. So, and he's coming in at a bargain basement. What is that? 80 points?
Yep, 80
Holy
points.
cow.
Yeah,
That is cheap.
And what it allows you to do with the lists is even better.
Yeah.
Because now you're kind of limited if you want to put Vader and an ATST in there. You've got to dial back in a lot of other places on your list. You're looking at really only running 3 troops. I've been messing around with a list that lets me get Veers, an ATST with the mortar pod, so not too much of a load on the ATST, 2 sections of bikes, and then 3 full-up core units, and then an additional stripped-down core unit. So
nice, yeah.
you're getting 8 units onto the field.
That is
as
a lot
opposed
of
to,
activations.
Yeah, as opposed to looking for most Imperialists now, you're looking at maybe 6 at the most. So the amount of flexibility it gives you in list building is great. And if you want to knock down take that ATST off there, that lets you go the full 6 core units on the table.
Yeah.
So it's wow.
Now, if you're facing Veers, what do you think? Do you want to try and take him off the table as quickly as possible to get rid of some of that synergy that he gets?
Well, absolutely.
Or do you want to take his army out so he
No,
doesn't have
because
anything to reinforce?
Especially, anytime you can take the leader off of the field.
Yeah.
Not only because of the synergy, but because now you lose access to command cards that they had in their
That
hand.
are really nice. Yeah.
If you could take a commander off the field turn 2, and they haven't used any of their command cards yet, now you're short command cards at the end of the game, and you can issue no orders, and that assures that you go second. You get into the end game, and that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Also, he doesn't have a huge courage value, at a courage value of 2, but taking a unit from panicking on a 4 to panicking on a 2 that's printed on the card is also a really big thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Veers, take him off the board as quickly as you can, but, especially with all the bubble wrap that you can put around him with the esteemed leader, good luck.
But anyways, yeah, very exciting. I think a lot of people are going to be interested to play Veers when he comes out. I know I will. I know you especially
Absolutely,
will.
yeah.
But cool. Well, definitely check in next time. We'll be talking more Legion here on this channel for sure. Josh, where can they find Legion Outriders?
You can find Legion Outriders. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/Legion Outriders, and we're also on Twitter. That is at Legion Outriders, and that's where you find us.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining us again. Please share, like, subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you here next time.